Hey everyone, Ben here. In this video, I'm going to dive into two recent buys by a legendary value investor. His name is Joel Greenblatt, and he has a Warren Buffett style of investing, but more specifically on special situations. He manages Gotham Asset Management and over $6 billion. So I'm sure we can learn from his two recent buys, which I think are undervalued stocks, potentially with major growth potential. So before we dive into that, if you do find any value in these videos at all, feel free to give it a big thumbs up. That helps out tremendously with the YouTube AI. And if you're new around here and you still haven't subscribed, feel free to join the investing family by hitting that subscribe button, and if you turn that notification bell on, you'll get notified when I release new videos. And if you do want to know exactly which stocks I'm buying, which stocks I'm selling, and access my entire portfolio, and join a thriving community of some of the finest people on the internet, then feel free to check out that first link in the description below for the VIP membership group. And with that being said, let's dive in. Right guys, so diving into the latest trades now by Joel Greenblatt. And we can see here he's purchased a lot of stock. So I've got it up here. He's purchased around 100 over the past couple of months. And he's recently filed his SEC filing, his 13F filing. And that's why I can highlight his recent buys. But the stocks I'm going to dive into are the stocks which haven't moved too much and I think are particularly interesting. So the first we're going to dive into is this stock here called L3Harris Technologies, ticker symbol LHX. This was a new buy, and his average cost basis for the stock was approximately $183 per share. So you could make the assumption that at $183 per share, Joel Greenblatt saw value in this stock, and it's still at a similar price right now. That's why I consider this particularly interesting. What does L3Harris do? Well, similar to Boeing and Lockheed Martin, L3Harris is a major defense contractor, but they're a much smaller company and have major growth potential. For example, air, land, sea, space, which I think could be particularly interesting, cyber. The company was recently, I don't know if you watched the news recently, regarding the NASA mission. So L3Harris innovation key to NASA mission, the Perseverance mission. L3Harris avionics sensors and transceivers are key components in the 2020 Mars mission, enabling unprecedented image and data capture, as well as transmission to overhead orbiters. Now, space has been big news recently, and I can imagine a company like this being an ARK Invest space ETF when that's finally released. If you want some details on that, I'll leave a link for a review I did of the space ETF and my prediction of the top 5 stocks in that ETF in the description below. So let's dive into the numbers for L3Harris and why I think this could be particularly interesting for you guys. So L3Harris here, we're here on Stockopedia. So this is a stock research platform I use to analyze stocks. Every stock on this platform is given a stock rank. If you guys wish to check it out and see if it fits your investing style, I've got an exclusive 25% off discount link. This is only, guys, for the viewers of Motivation to Invest. So that's you guys. I'll leave a link for it in the description below. I personally find it very useful, and as you see on this channel, I tend to use it a lot. So diving straight into it here, we can see the company is profitable, which I've been covering so many SPAC stocks, young growth stocks. Now it's time to look at some profitable companies, but still have growth potential. This company's revenue is around $20 billion. They've compounded that at around 24.9% over the past few years, and I think that's incredible. Generally, I say a growth stock is one which is growing between 15 and 20% per year. So over the past 3 years, this company has grown at 43% compound annual growth rate over the past 3 years. That's incredible. So revenues forecast to increase, as is net income, as is earnings per share. So the analyst consensus, we've got people here from Morgan Stanley, Goldman Sachs, and many, many more. So 1 hold, 14 buy, and 6 a strong buy for LHX. Current ratio, so this is basically your cash on your balance sheet versus the short-term debt or liabilities of the business. Generally, I look for around 1.5 to 2. This has got 1.37. That's not too bad considering this company is a profitable, cash flow positive company. My ideal is always growth and value, and this company seems to have both. So price to free cash flow 16.4, price to earnings ratio, because it's a profitable company, 14.2. So price to earnings ratio average for the S&P 500 is around 25. So you can see it's undervalued there. Price to earnings growth ratio. So generally anything less than 1 is good. This is 0.3. So the growth's looking good. The value's looking good. It also qualifies for the John Neff value screen. So this is a true value stock, but could have growth potential in the space industry. Now, the company's had a bad quarter recently, and I think that's why we saw a stock decline. But I also checked out the discounted cash flow calculation for this company to give you guys the fair value and potential buying point. So the current price of this stock is $188 per share. The fair value, according to the projections for the company, is currently $287. So it's currently 34% undervalued. Now, when investing into a company, Warren Buffett, the famous legendary investor, the greatest of all time, he often looks for a 25% discount on a stock's fair value to give himself a margin of safety. So this definitely fits his criteria. A great value investor has invested into it. It's in an interesting industry, potential for growth. They seem to have some very interesting high-end technology, which NASA obviously enjoys. So to me, this could definitely be a potential buy. Of course, guys, this is not financial advice like all my videos. Please do your own due diligence and research on any stock I mention on this channel. But for me, this stock's got my seal of approval. Right, onto stock number 2. Now, this one's extremely interesting also. So this is solar stock, and as you know, the world is moving towards renewable energy at an even accelerated pace recently. In the next 5 years, solar capacity globally is expected to double. So that's a major tailwind behind any solar company. And this company is called First Solar. So if I dive into some details here of the recent buys of this company, the ticker symbol for this is FSLR. So some recent buys, we've got Joel Greenblatt here again. Average price he paid was around $86 per share. He also purchased it previously at around $66 per share. So that's when he purchased his main position there. So to me, that says around $66 could be potentially a good level for this stock. Also, we've got Ray Dalio here, who is the investment manager, or was the founder of the world's largest hedge fund, Bridgewater Associates, I believe. So Ray Dalio also has shares in this stock, which is very interesting. And we have George Soros, who also bought this stock. So quite a few major players who have shares in this company. So the company's competitive advantage, it basically sells these modules, and it says they have a differentiated cadmium telluride thin film technology with superior temperature coefficient and spectral response, yielding an energy advantage in many climates. Now, I do have a degree in electrical engineering, but still I'm not an expert on exactly if that means this is actually better than many other competitors. But it does seem quite interesting. They've put it on the presentation, so we're going to assume it is their competitive advantage for now while we do the rest of our research. So what I do like about this company, and this can be truly confirmed, is the company is vertically integrated with their manufacturing process. So the great thing with vertical integration is you basically handle every part of the process. And that means you tend to have better margins and also control over your supply chain. So in the last reported quarter, the company witnessed an earnings surprise of 141.67%, which is massive in the trailing 4 quarters. And First Solar delivered earnings surprise of 102%. So major growth this company's seen. The company also seen capacity utilization at its factories of over 100%. So its factories are working at max capacity right now due to the high demand this company has. So that also means better margins for the business due to economies of scale. Now, this company does plan to release its earnings very soon. They may already be out by the time this video goes out. So February 25th, the 4th quarter results for this company are getting released. So in the next couple of days, probably by the time this video goes out, most people tend to buy the rumor and sell the news. So a lot of people tend to sell on earnings, even if earnings are good. So any earnings equal volatility. So volatility can equal opportunity, and that could be a potential opportunity to buy the stock. Obviously not financial advice again, guys. And yes, 70% sales growth over the last period, which is incredible. Like I say, a growth stock is anything over 20% in my book. Analyst consensus. Quite a few sells on here, though. This is quite interesting because very rarely do you see analysts putting sells because they tend to have a personal relationship with these companies. So 7 analysts here put sell, 6 hold, 3 buy, 2 strong buy. That's really one to watch, and definitely I would wait for those earnings after seeing that red flag there. So that's a potential red flag here. Balance sheet is strong, 3.83 on the current ratio. Valuation's not too bad, 2.62 price to sales, and price to book 1.7, P ratio 23.9. So definitely very interesting stock. I think this stock could fall further on earnings, but also has a lot of growth potential. So the analysts are a bit negative on it, and that could mean volatility in the up and coming earnings. So that's today's video, guys. I definitely recommend you put these 2 stocks on your watch list as potential buying opportunities. If you did find any value in this video at all, feel free to give it a big thumbs up. That helps out tremendously with the channel. If you're new around here and you still haven't subscribed, feel free to join the investing family by hitting that subscribe button and turning that notification bell on. If you do want to know exactly which stocks I'm buying, which stocks I'm selling, access my entire portfolio, and join a thriving community of some of the finest people on the internet, then feel free to check out that first link in the description below for the VIP membership group. And with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you all have an incredible day, and I'll see you in my next video. Invest safe.